Azrael. So I saw Never Let Go on Thursday the 26th. I saw Azrael Sunday the 29th. Um, I saw like one trailer for the movie, and that wasn't until you brought it up in the group chat. I forgot that it had been brought up before, but when you said something about it, I went and watched the trailer, and I was like, excuse me, I was like, okay, let's go check it out because I've got Regal Unlimited. Let's go see everything I can. Um, I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. I thought that it was too bogged down with multiple storylines, multiple threats going on. And I'll be honest, I think I missed like the first minutes of the movie, so maybe I missed something crucial. I don't know. So hopefully you can fill me in on that. But just general thoughts. My last two movies, in my opinion, have been duds. Love Samara Weaving though.
Yeah, she's a scream queen. In the not even in the making, like she solidified herself as that, or whatever you want to call them. I know Barbara Crampton, OG. She's not really a big fan of the term scream queen, but I do respect that Samara Weaving loves the horror franchise. She thinks us, the horror fans, are cool. I liked Azrael personally. I thought when I walked out, I was like, IFC and Shutter did it again. Like, I think they've made some good movies this year, and they've done some new ideas, and I appreciated it. I like the fact that we're doing like pros. Like, we'll do pros. Uh,
Yeah, we're just doing general thoughts, but yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and kick us off with the pros.
like you mentioned, I saw the movie September 23rd, so it was last Monday. So I'm not going to steal Dustin's CTE line, but we've had a hurricane since then.
Yeah.
I've been at work a lot, so I'm not really remembering everything that great. But I like the fact that we kind of just dropped right into the action, like with Azrael. That's her name. I was like, why is this movie called Azrael? Then I looked through the credits. Her name is Azrael. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I thought it was not. I mean, the movie is nonstop action. There's something going on the whole time. There's no dialogue that I remember. There's no dialogue,
Mm,
is there? It's just all
no.
facial acting, action scenes, body language, tension, a lot of gore, a lot of killing. Now, I will, when we get to some cons, I got some cons for sure because
Yeah.
Azrael got the old Chad Meeks plot armor. This chick took a lot of damage. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Man, it was the movie is what, hour and 26 minutes. It's probably an hour and 20, without credits and all that. And another thing I liked about Azrael is we've seen this with quite a few movies this year. Strange Darling, Long Legs. It's kind of like broken up into little chapters, and I like that. Like, it kind of like you get some action chapter. I really liked it, and for a movie that has no dialogue, Samara Weaving had to be phenomenal, and she was. I think she was great. And I like that there were two villains. I don't know if you like that. But there's kind of like two different villains like you got to deal with in this, and I liked it. And at the end, it kind of gave you one of those, what the fuck is that? But I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Like you always say, I don't know if I liked it, but
Yeah. I get it. Um, I mean, okay, so fill me in that first 5 minutes that I missed because when I got in the theater, she was already like on the run, like there the action was popped off. What did I miss? Did they explain anything? Who were these, for lack of a better term, uh, scary motherfuckers that had burnt skin and all that shit? What was that about?
oh, like the actual
Yeah, the
things
actual
coming.
threat. Yeah,
Okay, so not the religious zealots or whatever.
no, not them. The
I don't know. I think they're just.
okay,
I was looking it up on Wikipedia. It's kind of like they're just like demons or something. I don't want to misspeak, but it's been since last
so
Monday
yeah.
since I saw it.
Well,
So
see that's why I was confused because like the next thing I know, they're doing this ritual, got her tied up, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. What's going on? Who are they sacrificing her to? Um, I thought Samara was great as she always is, and I thought the set design, the sound design, everything was great. The atmosphere was perfect, and the lighting, I think in a lot of scenes was really good, really well done. It had more of a darker look than a lot of movies do, and it made it that much more tense. Um, yeah, that's about all the pros I got because something you mentioned as a pro, I have as a con. So let me just get into that real quick. The dual threats, not a quarterback, the dual threats. Um, I didn't really care for it because I didn't get an explanation really about either of them. All I know is that there's some demonic looking black bastards in the woods trying to catch her, and there's another group trying to catch her to sacrifice her. And I'm like, okay, why is she on the lamb? What's going on? Um, not the Four Non Blonde song. What's going on? And then I thought that every time that they would like scream, but they didn't scream, it was just like that no vocal cords kind of scream. It reminded me of the dog in Grown Ups. As like somebody kill that turkey. It made me laugh. I'm sorry. I know they were trying to be quiet, but it was it worked against the movie in that regard. And then my biggest gripe with it was it was so abruptly ended.
Yeah, it
It's
did
like,
abruptly
okay,
end.
some shit's popping up. There's a baby. There's a baby crying, and then it's like she's holding it, and then roll credits. Okay, I'd like to see more. You've only been going an hour and hour and a half or less than an hour and a half. Give me 10, 15 more minutes. Wrap up some of these loose ends. Send me home happy. I didn't get that.
Yeah, no, I will agree with that because, like we've said the past few minutes, there's no dialogue, so you're just dropped right into the action, and the only really explanation you get is like there's these scriptures or verses or text on screen in these chapters, so you kind of are painted a small picture just from those verses. And I just looked up on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database. All it says about those black creatures in the woods is they're ancient evil, which you kind of figure because they look
Yeah,
evil. And then at the end, the baby that she's holding looks pretty fucked up. Like it's not a human baby by
yeah,
any means. It's some kind of demonic baby or something. But it does just end abruptly. It's like, dude, like the action is great. And let me just go ahead and say something about my theater experience. Anytime I go to the theater, I don't buy my ticket on the app until I'm in the parking lot of AMC because I want to be as far away from people as possible. And as I sit down, a dude literally sits one seat away from me. He was
mm,
cool. He didn't talk. He looked at his phone a little bit, but he was cool. He wasn't rude. But at the end of it, we both stood up. And he's like, I wish that was longer. And I was like, yeah, me too.
I've
And
heard
then
that before.
I'm half Taiwanese. Who you telling? And as we're walking out, another guy comes up to me and he's like, what was that movie about? Me and him kind of talked. And there's a scene where like she survived something. And he's like, how did she survive? And I thought the only reason she survived is because she had the blood of that pregnant lady on her hands or whatever. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on that kind of could use some explanation. And but my biggest qualm really is the Chad Meeks plot armor. Like, she
Yeah,
takes a lot of damage and just keeps trekking. A
yeah,
lot of damage. Like, she's in a car, like a very bad car wreck. She falls out of a fucking tree. She goes
yeah,
through all kind of battles, like rolling around with a gun, fighting a guy. And at the very end, like she's still laying the smackdown. Like those old school rock fights, wrestling matches. He's getting his ass beat, but then all of a sudden the crowd gets hyped. He jumps back on his feet and starts laying the smackdown. Like I don't know where. I don't. Maybe she just smelled what the Rock is cooking and got back up, but she just took a lot of damage, and it was kind of hard for me to buy it.
yeah. No, that's completely valid. I mean, same. I had so many issues with the other things that I forgave that part of it. Um, we can. I don't have much more to say about it. We can go ahead and wrap up if you want to. I on Letterbox gave this one a 2.5. I do think it's better than Never Let Go. Um, I'm just in no hurry to watch this one again. Although maybe a second watch, I'd like it better because, like you said, IFC Shutter, they've been putting out some good content, and that's the reason I was excited. The trailer didn't set me on fire, but to quote you, but I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. At the very
Mm-hmm.
least, it'll be just okay. I was disappointed a little. I didn't really care for it.
This is probably blasphemous, but I need another rewatch for sure. But I probably liked it as much as Ready or Not, just because it was more dark, more actiony, more evil, and it's not as playful. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Radio Silence, but like, I'm not the biggest like horror comedy that kind of movie fan. I just really appreciated how dark and sinister this one was. Like, and I think I'm really looking forward to a rewatch as well. So we'll see how I feel about it. Maybe I can pause it, actually read all the text on screen. Maybe I have a better understanding of everything.
Yeah,
But I had fun with it. I would highly recommend listeners go see Azrael. I mean, it's only an hour and 20 minutes for Pete's sake. It's not like you're. It's not like it's Beau is Afraid. No offense. where you got to invest 3 hours to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
definitely worth at least a watch. See if you like it.
For sure. I mean, like we say, support cinema. Go watch it, even if you don't think you'd like it. Just because I didn't, Nico did. So you may side with Nico. You may think we're both full of shit. This might have been the best movie ever made. We're just wrong. So regardless, support cinema. Go watch that and as many other movies as you can. Enjoy the theater while we have it. I'm just saying that just to get you in the theater. I don't think it's going anywhere. Theater's back. But big thanks to everyone for tuning in. We appreciate everyone, and we'll catch you next time.